Creating bookmarks in your web browser. If you right-click in this area on the bookmark browser bar, you can add a folder. And so this may be a folder of English links. Then as your teacher asks you to go to various sites, if your teacher asks you to go to Study Island and use that in English perhaps, you found Study Island, you can bookmark it here. You can right-click on it and edit so that it is named Study Island and choose Save. Then I can pick it up and drop it in my folder for English. This is a way to keep your bookmarks organized. I often give students a PDF copy that they ask the students to edit or annotate on, and so the Preview app is a wonderful way to do that. So I can double-click on a PDF file and it should open with Preview by default. If it does not open with Preview, then simply right-click on the PDF and choose Open With and choose Preview from the list. Once I have the PDF copy open, I can do a couple of things. The first thing I can do is to change my highlight colors, and so I may want to highlight certain words, and so it's just a matter of clicking and dragging. If I wanted to do just one word, I can double click. If I wanted to do multiple words, I can just hold it down and drag as I go to get more information highlighted. I can change my highlight color. I can underline. So if I want to underline this word or underline this word, because underline is checked, that's what is happening. I can strike through if I'm editing, and I can strike through, and I can choose any of those from this menu. To provide more edits, I can open up the suitcase. And so as I go down through here, one thing that I can do is to add a text box. And so if I wanted to call out a certain paragraph or point out, draw attention to a paragraph, I could do something of that nature. I have several different shapes that I could make that. I can add a text box, and so notice that my text is red, and so I can just click here and add the text that I need. If I want to change that color, I can highlight all of that, and here under the text, the A, I can change my text color to be whatever color I need it to be. I can have a background if I want so that it shows up on it. I can change the font size. I can make it bold, italicized, centered, or left justified in the box. And so I can do any of the standard editing here with highlighting and background colors. I can use the annotation tool here to underline. Notice by default it'll make it a straight line, and I can go back to the curved line if I prefer, but I'll leave it a straight line. And I may underline this, again the straight line. I can change the width of that line, and I can move it up or down and drag it longer if I need it longer. Many teachers ask students to take a photo of their work and submit it to an assignment in Canvas. To do that on the Mac, you'll need to use Photo Booth. To find Photo Booth, you can use your Launchpad, select Photo Booth. When Photo Booth opens, you're going to select Edit and be sure that Auto Flip New Items has a check mark beside of it. Then you're going to hold your student work up in front of the camera. You may have to position it to get all of it. And then you're going to find your camera button. We suggest that you move your face behind your image so that your face is not in the photo. So I'm going to select my camera. It'll count down 3, 2, 1 to take my photo. My photo will be right here in the thumbnails. So I'm going to drag out my photo. Double click to open your photo. You're going to want to crop it. So you're going to select Markup. You're going to take and draw a rectangle around the piece of the image you want in the photo, and then select Crop. Now you're going to want to export as a PDF, because most teachers require a PDF submission in a Dropbox, not an image submission. So File, Export as PDF, name it, save to your desktop or to your English folder. The image you no longer need because you now have it as a PDF file to submit to your teacher. If it is blurry, repeat these steps.